Huh, looks like Blizzard finally realized that the Underlight angler looks gay hanging from your waist and finally put it on your back like a normal fishing pole. Good shit, Blizzard. How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the Underlight angler. That is the fishing pole from Legion that you can get through completing a whole bunch of stuff. Quick disclaimer, this is not going to be a super action-packed video with me fishing and showing you how to fish and a bunch of other stuff. I'm just going to talk for the majority of the video. I'm going to show you guys my artifact tree for it, suggest where I think you should go first. I'm going to tell you where I fished up all of the rare fish in the Broken Isles, just on a map. You know, it's a super simple video. I just wanted to let you guys know my experience, my suggestions, now that I'm a little bit deeper into it. So first off, I'm just going to show you where on the map I found these things. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start in Stormheim. It's pretty simple. I flew to Cullen's Outpost, which is right there. Right there, yeah. After that, all you do is simply run kind of southeast-ish, and there's a massive drop-off. There's a waterfall right there. You jump off the waterfall, land in the water, swim over here, and right by the mouth of the waterfall, I fished for a long-ass time. Not really that long, but I fished up all three things right there. I fished up, the way that you do it is you have to put on one of these things that I will put on the screen right now, which increases your chance to catch bait. Followed by you can fish in open waters, you can fish in pools or schools, sorry, to find your bait. But what's going to happen in Stormheim specifically is you're going to fish up some kind of a hook. That hook will be put onto your fishing pole for like a 5-minute period, and then you just go ahead and you fish up until you fish up the bait. Now there's two things that you can fish up that are bait, and then the third one is actually a ring. Now whenever you get that ring, that is the oodlefish or odalfish. Those you actually have to move around. So what I did was, as soon as I fished that up, I jumped off the waterfall into the water and then got onto my catfish looking thing. I don't remember. I'll put a picture. This thing, you get it from Dalaran. But anyway, then all you do is, you know, like I said, put on the bait. I think I said that. If I didn't, you gotta put on the bait as soon as you get to the bottom of that. Then you gotta go search right in here. There's usually multiple schools of these fish. Once you find one of those schools, you can fish at the same school constantly. They do not disappear, which actually is, I'll come back to that here in just a little bit, because that is the way that I like to level up my Underlight angler and get all of the fishing talents taken care of, because you can catch something like 20 fish in 5 minutes. Which is like 2k artifact power for your fishing pole. But anyway, that's it for this zone. They're super simple to do. They take quite a while to do. I believe mine took about 8 to 9 hours. I did it all in one day. Caught all of these fish in one day. It was done. Got the fishing pole that same day. 8 to 9 hours for all of it. Anyway, moving on to High Mountain. High Mountain's a pretty simple one. All I did was you just fish them all up right here. Just right here. I flew to there and then just fished them right here. I stood stationary somewhere between here and fished up all three of the fish in probably 30 minutes. Next one, Valshara, same thing. Flew right here, walked up to just by this waterfall, fished all three of them up right there. Super simple again. Surmar's probably the easiest one, and Surmar's the one that I kind of moved around just a little bit. I actually flew in something like right here, and because there's only one massive area to fish in, and I wanted to hit this stream right here, so I flew in right here and kind of fished my way up it. Didn't catch anything fished my way up it to about right here, went around, and I didn't catch anything until about right here. And I caught all three of them right here. Pretty simple. Ajuna, another really simple one. I landed right here, took a couple steps, and fished off of these rocks into this area right here. Caught all three of them right there. Whenever it comes to the oceanic fish, I caught all of them right in here. I caught one of them out here. I caught the shark and another one right here. Super simple. Like I can't even stress this enough. As long as you just fish, it'll happen for you. Like, I mean, it's completely RNG. So I mean, it could happen on your first cast, which I had 2 of them happen on my first cast. It could happen on your 100th cast, and I actually had one. I believe it was the shark that happened on something like my 250th cast or something. It took me an hour to fish up the damn thing. But anyway, back to what I was saying over here earlier about the odelfish or oodlefish. I might even be pronouncing that. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, it's the one that you get the Viking ring. You're like, okay, sweet. That one's going to allow you to get like just a ton of fishing done over its course, because the school of fish does not go away. You can just sit there and constantly fish that same school of fish and for 5 straight minutes. And for each one of those fish, you get 50 artifact power for throwing them back in the water, which is great, you know, which is super worth it. You're going to level up your artifact power pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys really quick about this bad boy. So obviously you have to go ahead and start for undercurrent out to blood fishing, which grants a chance to catch blood of Sargeras when fishing in the Broken Isles. This hasn't happened to me very often. From there, I decided to go Cursed Queen's Fish, followed by Surface Tension, which is water walking, and I have a macro on that I will show you how to break that so that you don't jump off of a waterfall or some kind of a high ledge into water and it treats it like ground and you just die. So I'll show you that in just a second. Another really useful one is Underlight Blessing. Become a fish when underwater. Become a fish when underwater. Allow you to breathe water and move rapidly. Swim rapidly. Son of a bitch. It's been a long day. I'm sorry. Also, you have Mossgill Perch Angling, which all of these do the same thing. And I guess I should have told you what Queen's Fish one was. It just grants a chance to fish up an entire school of cursed Queen's Fish in one cast. And I actually just recently had this happen because I picked up Storm Ray angling, and I was actually in Stormheim angling, trying to get the ring so that I could catch some of those odelfish. So I'll show you what that looks like right now. It kind of struck me as weird. It was the first time that it ever happened to me because I don't really fish for Queen's Cursed Fish or whatever, these things. I don't search for those, and I recently just picked up 1 out of 3 on that. But it appears that there's a bucket, like you cast into it, and then a bucket just kind of covers it, and you just go right click on the bucket, and it gives you all the fish that you'd find in that school. So it's kind of cool. So after you finish out this Underlight Blessing, I would suggest coming back and then hitting up Stormray Angling. The reason why is because, again, you go to Stormheim to do all this fishing stuff. Followed by that, you're going to want to go straight to Better Luck Next Time. This one struck me as kind of weird because it grants a chance to catch boots when fishing in the Broken Isles. You actually have a decent chance to catch boots already, even without having this fishing pole at all. Like whenever I went through that 8 to 9 hour process of fishing for all of the rare fish, I caught something like 13 pairs of boots. What I'm assuming this means is you have a chance to catch good boots. All of the boots, every single pair of the boots that I caught were all gray boots. I mean, they sold for like a couple of gold. You can still catch them, so that's why I didn't go this way first. The last thing is Way of the Flounder, reducing enemy detection range by 5 yards while fishing. This is obviously going to be pretty useful just because in certain situations you are going to be close to hostile enemies, and if they can be reduced, if their hostility range can be reduced by 5% or 5 yards, excuse me, that would be pretty good, you know. It's up to you to kind of figure out which way to go first. This is the way that I would much prefer going. You know, I mean, I guess if you want to, if your favorite place to go is something, or is the place that has Mossgill Perch Angling, then, you know, more power to you. Go that way, I guess. I'm not here to necessarily tell you where to go. I'm just here to tell you my experiences, where I would go if I were you. You don't have to listen to me. Also, just recently, something that I noticed that kind of struck me as weird was before I did this video, I actually went out and fished for about 30 minutes because I had 3 of these things. And I had the hardest time catching. I didn't catch any bait. I was in Stormheim, of course. But I couldn't catch any bait for whatever reason, and it was like my usual spot. So I'm assuming, I don't know this for sure, but I am assuming that Blizzard may have kind of nerfed our ability to catch these rare fish. So if that's the case, then I mean you can still catch these fish in these areas that I've recently told you about. The problem is you might have to spend a little bit longer doing so. Because like I said, usually in 30 minutes you're going to catch something. Now yesterday I did manage to catch some decent bait, I guess. I wouldn't consider it, it was Stormheim also, it was the crab bait. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I did manage to catch that, which was, I mean, it got me something like 200 extra artifact power towards the fishing pole, but it wasn't the ring. And if you catch the ring, that's exactly what you want. It seems like everything's a little bit more rare right now. So I don't know how exactly to explain that in the best way, but those are my suggestions. That's my experience so far. I mean, I have enjoyed Legion fishing quite a bit. I don't have any skins unlocked for this, in case you guys were wondering. So I mean, like I can't really tell you anything more about that. But yeah, I only have the one skin so far. I haven't even found out how to do the other ones yet. I haven't looked, to be completely honest. But when I do, I'll do another guide over that, I guess, or I can just throw it into a video or something like that. How could I forget? I almost forgot to talk about breaking water walking, or tension, or whatever. So it's pretty simple, super simple. One line, /cancelaura, one word, surface tension. Easy enough. I will be putting this in the description so that you guys can do it. I personally have it over here on the right side of my screen so that I can just hit Shift equals, which I have a Razer Naga, so I have the 12 buttons. So it's just right there. It's super simple to hit. You can see it going away. It goes away for about a second, so you are going to have to time it to some extent. It's not the easiest thing to time. You can pretty much sit there and kind of spam it on your way down. And that'll usually go ahead and do it and it won't come back, but there you go. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did learn something. I hope it wasn't just, 10 minutes of me babbling on about my fishing experiences and you guys are like, oh, I don't give a shit. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you guys all have a chance to get this fishing pole. It's pretty cool. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.